Hey guys, so today we're celebrating the unofficial start of summertime. So I'm going to show you how you can make these super easy and refreshing mocktails for the summertime. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and also make sure to check the info box for the ingredients and recipes. The first one is my personal favorite. It has blueberries, mint, and a vanilla syrup. So we're gonna start off by making the simple syrup that you can store, and you can keep this in your refrigerator and use it for so many different cocktails, drinks. You're gonna need equal parts of sugar, equal parts of water, and you're gonna bring that up to a boil. As soon as it starts boiling, you're gonna turn the stove off, and at this point, all of that sugar will have dissolved into the water. And now you're gonna add your vanilla extract to it and just set that aside, let it cool. Once it has cooled down completely, you can transfer it to a bottle where you will be storing it. I know it looked like a lot of sugar when I poured it into the pan, but keep in mind you're only gonna be needing about 1 tablespoon every time that you use it. Now it's time to start putting our drink together. I'm using blueberries as the base, so I'm filling the cup up to 1/3 of the way, and I'm adding 1 mint leaf. And now I'm gonna start kind of muddling it. If you don't have a muddler, you can totally use like a wooden spoon or anything that has kind of like a rounded edge. You're basically just pureeing everything down into the bottom of the glass. Now we're gonna start adding that vanilla syrup that I made earlier, and I used about 2.5 tablespoons. Then I top it with ice all the way to the top. I highly recommend using crushed ice if you can. If your refrigerator doesn't make crushed ice, then you can put it in a blender if you have like a Vitamix. Or you can go to Sonic and buy it by the bag, which is what I do. I am obsessed with Sonic Ice. So I'm using Topo Chico, but you can also use just regular club soda, seltzer water, anything that you want. I love Topo Chico because it's super carbonated and it gives you that like soda type of feel. Then I squeezed a half of a lemon on top, and I went ahead and garnished it with more blueberries and mint leaves, and you have your finished cocktail. And not only is this absolutely beautiful, when you give it a little bit of a stir, it forms almost like an ombre effect, but it tastes absolutely heavenly. It is so refreshing. Next up, we're going to be making a very refreshing strawberry and basil drink. I use about 3 to 4 large strawberries, and I do cut them up into small cubes just so it's easier to smash, and you could totally smash them in your glass if you want, or you can do what I'm doing, which is using a separate container. Once I transferred the strawberry mixture to my glass, I went ahead and added 2 basil leaves and continued muddling it. You really want to help release all of those basil flavors. You want the strawberries to look almost like a jam consistency. As my sweetener, I'm using honey. I absolutely love the combination of honey with the strawberries and basil. Then I go ahead and top it with ice all the way to the top, and I add my Topo Chico. And for this, I use lime juice. I find that the lime juice goes really well with all of the other ingredients, and it just helps brighten up that entire drink. I'd consider this one to be the healthiest out of all of them since we used honey instead of sugar to sweeten it. So this last drink is actually a drink that I tried in Mexico for the first time. It's called rusas. This is definitely not the traditional way of making it. This is my take on it. So the main components to this drink are grapefruit soda and this sauce called chamoy, which is basically a Mexican condiment that's usually made from like chilies, plums, sometimes mangoes. And before we even get started with the drink, I'm gonna be marinating some gummy bears. Actually, these are gummy swans. I'm gonna be marinating them with the chamoy sauce. This is gonna make them a little bit spicy and sour. I'm using a mason jar for this because we're going to be including lots of fruit. We have some mango and also some pineapples, and I'm just kind of cutting those up really small so that they're easy to smash later on. But you definitely want to look for the ripest pineapple and the ripest mango that you can find. This is going to make everything a lot easier. And then I'm also adding a whole lime juice to this, and then I'm adding my chamoy sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and start muddling it and mixing all of those ingredients together. I'm also adding some tahini, which I've talked about on my channel before, but it's basically like a chili powder. For the grapefruit soda, I'm actually using this one from H-E-B, but if you can't find this, you can use Squirt, like the soda. I've also seen people use Sprite or 7-Up. Once I got to the top of the drink, I went ahead and left a little bit of room, and then I added some more of that chamoy sauce. This is going to add so much flavor to your drink. And then I also added more of the tahini, and then I garnished it with those gummy bears. So this is almost like a snack and a drink all in one, and it is so addictive, you guys. It's like spicy and sweet and really refreshing. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys have ever tried this. I hope you guys give these recipes a try. If you do, please come back and let me know your thoughts. Subscribe before you go, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.